What's going on, everyone? Super Devin here. Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be going over the FAMAS and my personal, loadout for it and what I think are the best attachments to use for it. Alright, so here we have the FAMAS. So this is, one of the weapons that you get towards the beginning of the game, kind of like when you're almost halfway through Prestige 0. It's all around a pretty nice weapon. The only thing that I will say you should fix right off the bat is the iron sights. I just do not like the iron sights on this weapon whatsoever, and as you guys know, I always run an optic on my guns. Anyway, so personally, I run an optic on everything, and then just, like I said, the gun itself is pretty well balanced right off the bat. It is a burst weapon when you first get it. Does 38 damage to the body, 57 damage to the head. Does actually the same damage to the limbs as well, which is a really nice quality. So the gun, like I just said, pretty balanced. But of course, we can beef it up and make it a bit more, better. So personally, I think this gun actually has the potential to be better than every meta weapon in the game. I think this gun can literally be better than the M4, the AS-Val, the Honey Badger, all of them. This gun can outpower all of them if you know what you're doing. So let's start by adding the perk that I think makes this good, and that is the auto mod. So if we add this, you can see it does kind of lose some of those good qualities I was talking about, where the limb damage isn't the same as the body damage. It does do a lot less damage with this mod, but that doesn't mean it's not a good gun. It also decreases the damage range a ton. It just seems like it's a bad mod, but look at that fire rate. That is 900 fire rate. Crazy fire rate. Of course, this means that it's going to have really high recoil, so we're going to slap a vertical grip on there too. And then that 30 round mag just isn't great, so we're going to throw a 42 round mag on there. And then to kind of give it some more damage range, we're also going to put a marksman barrel on it. So this is my loadout for the FAMAS. This is what I think is the best. But let me kind of show you guys why I think should be the meta weapon. Hi, me again. So really quick, I wanted to tell you guys that what I'm about to go over is kind of a rant as to why I think the FAMAS is the best gun in the game, when halfway through it, I realized it's not. It's just a combination of all of them, all the meta guns. So it's, a combination of the Honey Badger, AS-Val, and M4. It's a good gun overall, but that's my opinion. So, you can skip to this time if you don't want to watch that rant, or you can click off the video. I don't care what you do, but just want to let you guys know. Alright, so here we can actually kind of see all the meta weapons in one frame. So we have the AS-Val, the M4A1, and the Honey Badger, okay? So these are the meta weapons right now because they have high fire rate and high damage. We'll take a look at this. Okay, so the Honey Badger has a fire rate of 840, and then it does 34 damage to the body. We're going to be looking at that body damage because that is usually where you're going to be hitting people. And then it's just, these are its stats right here, okay? AS-Val does a tiny bit more damage to the body with that higher fire rate, but you have to so it only has a 20 round mag, and it has really high recoil, along with not so great damage range, even with all these attachments thrown on it that I'm using. It's not great. Especially with that 20 round mag, and then, you have to use up an attachment to put a 30 round mag on it, which is standard for assault rifles. Just, no. And then there's the M4, which honestly, kind of, has everything you want with it, but I still think this isn't that great because its mobility isn't good. It's got a really high magazine capacity, of course, and then it's got that 34 body damage, which seems to be kind of the average between these guys. But let's talk about the FAMAS, okay? So, of course, this isn't going to have that 34 damage, but it's still a 5 shot to the body. So the FAMAS in this rate has the same fire rate as the AS-Val, has a higher magazine capacity than both the Honey Badger and the AS-Val, less than the M4A1, but the M4A1 doesn't have that high, really high fire rate, And also, with that extra magazine, it also makes it have lower mobility than the FAMAS. And then the damage range is effective at about, like, that's, let's say, 98 studs. This is more like 50 studs. This one, yes, it does make it to 100, and then I'd say 80 studs here. So it is kind of a middle ground there. It's got decent recoil. I actually really am happy with the recoil on this weapon. It's not hard to control. And then I just think it's the better one out of all of them. Because yeah, it's got better everything, or not better, okay? So it's not so much of a better weapon as much as it is like a middle ground. It's got all the same qualities of all the guns that are in the meta. You know, it's got the fire rate of the ASVAL, it's got the damage range of the M4 and the magazine capacity, and then it's got the mobility, or at least decent, you know, higher mobility, or not higher, but almost the same mobility as the Honey Badger. And plus, you get that better handling than almost all of them, except for the M4. The M4's got 2 more better handling. I just think it's a middle ground. It's the perfect meta for players who are not, you know, really high prestige. That's another thing. These 3 guns require prestige 3. This is a prestige 0 weapon, meaning this is like the perfect meta for all the new players starting out. So just, yeah, use this gun. Let's go ahead and see this gun in action. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, please make sure to like and subscribe. And if you want to see, you know, another gun that I haven't done yet, go ahead and leave it in the comments below. If you want to catch me elsewhere, you can check out my Twitch. I stream 3 times a week, or Twitter, or Discord server. Any of them, just check out the description. And if you want to support me in the work I do, check out my Patreon, where you can get some pretty neat perks for pretty low prices. But yeah, hope you guys did enjoy. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.